All right. What's up, guys? This is Joe Paz from 8-Bit Wave. I'm the lead arranger and saxophonist for the group. We're here arranging JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We had done the live stream of this part one, per se, on Facebook. We decided to kind of hop platforms. There's also some weird legal stuff that Facebook's in. But nonetheless, we got Luciano D'Amico in the chat. That is our flautist also. So if anybody wants to join in and chat and stuff, that's all cool. How does it look on your TV? No, I think it looks much better than my regular TV. We're talking about 3D All Stars. I definitely think it's much better. Like it looks super clean. Looks way better. Even M Classic included and all that. It looks way better. So anyways, I got Goku here, powering up. He's powered up. He's powering me up with the coffee. And let's jump straight in. So, let's hear what we have from last time, and then we'll talk what actually is kind of going to happen for those of you that have been keeping up. You're not wrong. Okay, and technically, sorry for the blue balls. So, let's talk what kind of has to be said here. So Jackie and I, Jackie, my wife, the clarinetist, um, Jackie and I were kind of going through this, and as we were like kind of re-envisioning the idea of the medley, our original kind of idea was to go through all of the opening themes because the opening themes are all like awesome. For trying to keep a PG term there. Uh, but definitely they're all really good. So we wanted to be able to stream all of them, which is why we went in straight into Bloody Stream, which is part from the second season. But the interesting thing here is we felt that there's just too much JoJo to really condense it to one thing. Those of you that have seen our shows before have seen like our One Piece medley and stuff. And we broke that down into separate parts. We think it makes more sense. And we concurred also with other other people or other friends of ours, as well as Nicole, who also recently finished JoJo and is currently reading the manga, actually. You can never have too much JoJo. Yeah, JoJo's great, but it's a lot. So it's to condense it down is almost to do it a disservice because of the amount of content that's actually there. So we were actually thinking before we get to Bloody Stream to add another theme in between here. So if that's the case, I'm just gonna go ahead and swap this here, and I'm gonna add some bars. Let me add one. Okay, good. It's adding in the right place. So we'll worry about that transition afterwards. In fact, this tempo actually belongs here, so I'll also leave that here. I'll figure out how to transition out afterwards. But the theme that we're actually looking to add is Jonathan's theme Those of you that have seen the show, Jonathan is the protagonist of the first season. I don't know how long the theme is going to be. It shouldn't be 100 measures, but I will put in like, I guess 80 actually is not a bad number. Why am I doing it this way? Because it's fun. There we go. I should have just typed in the number. That's what I was realizing halfway through. So let's look at our source material. This is essentially the theme that we're looking to add in between this and Bloody Stream. And of course, it has to be an AMV. Now, the theme is 4 minutes long, which obviously we can't necessarily do the whole thing. So we do have to figure out where it makes sense to kind of cut it. The dramatic aspect, yes, it's very dramatic. Those tubas, man. And bass trombone. See, so like it kind of has this motivic kind of thing where it keeps coming back to that same motif. And then the Star Wars stuff kind of comes in. So, oh, buffering. Is that, how different is that from this motif here? Where is it? There it is. Okay, so it is different. So this is like still a different section of the thing. It's just like it's motivic, but there's a lot of different motifs kind of going through. Let me know if that's better, Luciano. Okay, I knew it came back at another point. This is, I think, what we were thinking of, is kind of starting it here-ish. That's cool. Yeah. Nice. Good violin stuff. Yeah, I honestly think actually maybe that whole little section is almost like flawless. Like if we could just literally do that, it'll encapsulate exactly what's happening. So where does that start? I might still take the actual beginning section, that like kind of like soft woodwind intro with the piano and stuff. So is it 303, I guess? No. Here it is. There it is, 317. So sabo da ba da da da. Is that in the same key as it is over here? Sabo ba ba ba. Oh, it's actually different. Okay, regardless, then I'll start nitpicking and figuring stuff out. Okay, how are you going to transition between the last theme and this one? Good question. I'll have to figure that out in a second. Most likely, it'll probably just kind of hold out that typical thing that we do. Hold out the last chord, kind of cymbal roll, and go into the next thing. So let me make sure that my Sibelius is not reading my MIDI keyboard. Sorry. 1 second. Open up my preferences. Input devices. Yes, find new. There we go. Cool. So sa ba ba ba. So it looks like we're in some sort of like D minor-ish kind of sound. Let me see. Let me just go straight to that. I'll worry about the intro part in a second. But let me worry on for sure what I know I'm going to use, which is this section over here. It's just too damn good to not use. That nice little sus there. So boo da ba 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 ba. It does seem like it's in D minor. No, it definitely goes major. So something like that. No. That's what it is. Let's try it one more time. That's a cool little like walking bass line down. May not actually be too bad, even if it's in a different key. It sounds pretty similar. Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I'm like, because I like this eerie sort of intro here, or not eerie. It's like melancholic is the right. I might even actually keep this whole thing into. Sa-ba-da-dee-da. No, yeah, it totally works. It 100% works. It definitely will, like, that should work, not like, no question. If we did this and then went straight into the second half of it. You know, it definitely it definitely leads right in. Okay, so that means that is how I'm gonna start it. How am I gonna get there from here? Right. 1, 2, 3. I could also. What key are we in here? We're actually in a pretty close key that it would work. If I wanted to just go straight into it, we could also just go straight into it. Man, we could do it with piano, maybe. Let me figure out what that first chord is. If I can figure that out, then maybe I can figure out exactly how we want to transition, harmonically at least. Yeah, I think it's D minor for sure. Yeah, it's in second inversion. Oh, it's just moving down. Oh, sorry. It sounds like a sus though. There we go. So it's. Additionally dramatic by dropping the tempo slightly. Yeah, I definitely need to figure out. That's what I'm trying to see is how exactly to get it. I almost want it to be like maybe just piano because we literally have everyone playing right here. So if I just go straight to piano, it'll be definitely a big texture change. So maybe that's kind of the way that we want to go. So. I just don't want to do something in the bass. I was thinking about it. Oh, I'm actually changing notes here. What the hell? I was thinking of doing something in like low and just kind of like a drone that would help set it up, but I don't think that's the way we should do it. The transitions are always the hardest part. Once it gets going, it's not a problem, but the transitions are always like the hardest part of the whole medley. Does it keep the same pattern? There's a note in there that I'm missing. Oh, it's actually B natural. That's what I'm hearing. So it's... Right? That's right. Yeah, that's 100% right. So it's... No. Oh, it's the same progression. It's all moving in like big block chords. It's kind of cool, actually. So like... What is that other one that they're going to? So yeah, that's when it goes to the B flat. So that last chord doesn't sound right though. Damn it! I can't figure out that one chord. I'll come back to it. So we definitely need a slower tempo here, anyways. Let me start with that. So quarter note equals. Quarter note equals. Let's pull up a metronome here. So the reason why we do this instead of, for the record, any musicians that are out there with like retardandos and stuff, the reason why we actually just kind of on the whole note will switch clicks is because when we play live, we have this all synced to video. So that's kind of the reason why we'll do it this way instead of like what people are used to retardando, which is just slowing down. So let's try that. Quarter note equals 122. And then so on the piano, that's here. And then that's gonna tie over. I'm also debating on whether I should do it up an octave or not. Could put that in the flute, maybe. Mm-hmm. I'm debating on whether to put that on the clarinet or on the flute here. So I said I was going to just do piano, but I think I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just do maybe like piano and horns, have bass and drums lay out. Because I feel like with the piano alone, it's not enough. I definitely want to add one of the horns. Let's try it on flute. Let's see what happens. So. It's actually dotted half note. Something like that. Hold on. Let me double check it. What? Why'd you give me this? Oops. Si da do da. No, E natural. Oh, oops, I'm dumb. I also need to change my key signature. We are now in... I mean, technically we're in D minor, but I guess, yeah, I'll do that. Where is it? Minor, flat keys, D minor. So da da bam. And this I need to make sure is soft. And I also want to add one of these like pretty little things. It's just like little pretty things that that the pianist can do. No, it's over here in this menu. That like arpeggiation thingy. Where is it? No, I think it is here. Sometimes these menus are so ridiculous to navigate. There it is, arpeggiation. So I want arpeggio up. Actually, I think it's also in one of the submenus here. I'm just not as used to. I recently got like a number pad that actually lets me use like some of these. There it is. Boom. Even easier. So we want this guy. No, not that guy. This guy. Boom. There. That one can be fine. So now you'll hear that he plays all the notes individually. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I do want to hear too. Bam. I guess I'm gonna have to leave this on the flute so that way the clarinet can actually be up there, and maybe even the tenor can be on the upper octave, so we have like that high range to kind of contrast what we have going on over here. Ba, ba, ba. I still think that's wrong in the flute really quick. That's what it is. Bo da da ba. And this definitely is a whole note here. Be ba do da. Ba do wa. That's a G, not an A. Ba do wa. This is the same here, without the mezzo piano. So do wa. I'm thinking of like whether I want him to do this thing again or not. Maybe. Let me write that for the clarinet. Sa, da, da, da. Actually, probably that. And let's piano. Even though the clarinet's typically already soft, but I actually want you to do a half note here, so it's just this note moving. Flute and piano duet. I like that. Yeah, upper woodwind. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It's just like kind of upper reeds sort of thing. No. I just was curious on what it would sound like up there. And then I think when I come to this chord, I'll add in the tenor and the French horn, so we start kind of getting a little more beef in those chords, and the group starts filling out. Yeah, Piccolo would be a good idea, but the problem is that I don't have the time for you to transition over to Piccolo. But in theory, I could also do this. You know what? I am going to do that. What am I doing? I can just do this. I'm ignoring one of my one of my voices here. Oops, I'm dumb. I literally did the same thing. You become treble clef. I don't know when you go back to bass. There. And now that frees up the right hand. So let's see. If he's going here. That way we have like that little... The benefit of two hands, right, exactly. Yeah, because I was thinking about that the whole time. Because there's the glockenspiel. For those of you that don't know what a glockenspiel, it's the like a xylophone, but like it's metal and it's super high pitched. Um, it's that little like ding that you hear almost in the background here. Yeah, mini xylophone. That's right. So that's kind of exactly what I was thinking. I was already kind of wondering. I was like, man, if I could have something up there to kind of fill up that texture. So it's like again, because what I'm trying to do is essentially create the contrast from here by everyone being up higher, and so that way, as I start filling things up lower, it starts getting beefier, and so it'll have a cool effect as it starts growing. Um, let's see how well that transition is, because I don't know if I'm completely happy about it. Um, I actually think the transition happens fast. I'm not against the transition. I just think it happens fast. Worst case scenario, I can just speed up later. So let's see if this works a little bit better. Excuse me. I still don't know if I like that. Um, Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought about the same thing. I might go back on it. I'm still like up in the air about it. Again, a lot of the arranging process unfortunately comes down to trial and error. We can't all be Mozarts that just don't make mistakes. So in my case, it's a lot of trial and error, hearing me back and seeing in context and if it makes sense. And my fear with that is that I think it'll sound too thin if we literally go from everyone to just piano, and I don't know if that creates the right effect either. Because the piano doesn't have the same amount of sustain. You know, when here we have the strings and the kind of like the piano doing that thing. So because of that, I kind of want to do a little bit of like the woodwinds, i.e., maybe one or two people. The pianist here actually is using the left hand. That's for sure. Um, on the piano part by itself, just leaving the top note on the right hand. Oh, yeah, you're talking about like getting rid of this bottom note here. Um, I don't know if that's actually the note that's like. I mean, I kind of like the way that works. I do not want that note there. I like this because it's an open interval. I don't think it really bothers too much. Um, but that's a good point. I hadn't considered that one. Yeah, because if we wanted to really emulate the glockenspiel, we can probably just like. Uh, which I guess we could in essence do. Kind of just do the octaves up there. I guess let's see what that sounds like. Oh, oops. I went backwards. There we go. No, give me that. It could be the way that the MIDI's playing it, but it sounds too abrasive now. I think it still was better before. Let's try your idea. I still think I'm partial to the open interval there. It sounds too nice. I guess that's a fair point. Then maybe we do want to add some of the low people to... No. I don't want to. I don't want to add them. But I guess we'll leave this up for debate later. I mean, it's not like it's going to be the last revision. I'm not finishing it today. It still feels like it happens way too fast. Let's try that. Yeah, but now this feels like it's dragging. So I think the best bet here actually is... I can make this like a 6/4 measure or something like that, and then tackle it that way. And then I can bring this back up to tempo a little bit. I could also add like a quick 2/4 of just the cymbal roll. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see what that sounds like, so that way we have a second to breathe. Crap. I wanted this to actually be the other way, so. Put the bar here, please. No! I mean, I guess yes. Fine. You win, Sibelius. I guess I'll just have to redo this in a second. Damn it. Do I seriously have to, like, just move this whole thing over? I guess I will. There has to be a way to do it. Can I do it like this? Oh, I'll do it this way. Even easier. Add a single bar. What? You still put it there? Work with me, Sibelius. What about if I did it here? Add single bar. Okay, that I can work with, because I can just grab this. Boom, copy, paste. Now we got that. Let's delete. No, I don't want to delete that. I only want to delete the notes. Yeah, Sibelius has some weird stuff. Oh, sorry, I missed that. The pickup notes into that theme, though, might not transition well. You mean the later half of it? Like the part with like the brass and stuff? Is that what were you thinking of? Time signature, we got 2/4. Oh, it gave me 2 bars. I don't want 2 bars. I only want 1. Misremembering the theme. Yeah, we'll look at it in a second and see if it makes sense or not. Are you gonna delete the key change and stuff? Yeah, it does. And that's slightly annoying. I wish it was a little bit easier to do that. It's not a big deal. Bam, D minor. That might work. And then that allows me to bump this up a little bit. What I do want to know to do now is change this ending so that it doesn't actually roll here. Because otherwise it just sounds like he's rolling forever. So I can agree with you now. It does sound too nice. You win this round, Luciano. I think that sounds better, though. The transition, at least. But I don't want this to just be a hit here. Maybe. So. But. But. So nice. A nice brap here. I don't want the cymbal here, because otherwise it makes it sound like it's still part of the thing here. No, now it sounds like it wants to keep going. No, I don't like that. I said no cymbal, but I do think cymbal makes more sense. I'll come back to it. For now, I think that's okay. I like it better than the random cymbal hit, but I also don't know if I like it because it sounds like still ends abruptly. I could also just do this thing, which maybe is what I'm hearing. So for you, it's a G. For you, an E. This might be all it technically needs. It's just like a nice release. Cymbal roll supposed to start right away or only on the 2/4? No, it's right on the 2/4. Oh, you mean, do you mean the release? G, D, G. Oh, oops. Did somebody have a different note here? I don't know why I'm hearing somebody change. What is that? Wait. Oh, because this is the treble clef. Okay, yeah, no, this needs to move there. That's why it was sounding weird. I was like, what's going on here? And I was surprised because I realized that I played the right thing. I was like, I didn't play it wrong, but yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out, but I feel like... Let me see. Hold on. I actually think I like it better without holding on. So I think the length of the horns is fine, right? Let me before I... Yeah, the length of the horns I think is fine. I think it comes down to the drums aren't setting it up the right way. No fault of the drums, just like I'm not sure how that transition is hearing in my head. I don't dislike the cymbal roll. I think the cymbal roll, it gives you enough time to breathe, listen to the new theme, and come back in. But I don't know if I like the fill. Let me just try something simpler. No, it just doesn't work. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go back to what I originally had, and then I'll iron that out later. But now the horns do sound like they cut off quickly. Let me actually do this. Big brain play. Be much faster. Copy. And now I put that back to a whole note. Then I just have to come over here. Boom. Take this off. 200 IQ Sibelius hacks. There we go. That actually sounds pretty good. Nice. All right, cool. Okay, and we're back. I got some more coffee. Goku's looking good again. He's there with the spirit bomb. They gave him the energy, and he'll give me the energy to keep on going. Let's go! Sa-do-do. So that on the keyboard. And then here we have this sort of effect. Oh, I need to put the treble clef back. Oh, well, I'll do that afterwards. No, I'll do that now. Clef, clef, clef. Treble clef. Wait, why did I put it on the flute? Piano. Give me treble clef. Bam. And get rid of bass clef. We'll worry about that later. That's why I was like, how are there so many leisure lines? Senzu bean boost. Dude, what if they made coffee out of senzu beans? Would that even work? Could you make coffee out of like regular beans, or is like coffee only out of coffee beans? Subsequently, can you make like potaje, like of coffee beans? I don't think it works that way. I still got to figure out that last chord. Yeah, so the top note is right. There's a dissonance in there. I'm just not sure where. Doesn't sound like a major 7, but it could be. Oh, it is a major 7, but it's just like it's with the E flat in there. So it's this. It's right. Yep, that's it. You can make bean juice from literally any bean you grind up, but probably with no benefit, just nasty flavor. You heard it here, folks. You can make bean juice from anything. From literally any bean. So you can make red bean juice. Well, I mean, I guess that's true, because there's red bean paste that is actually really freaking good, and all the stuff that they do in like the Japanese red beans. But those red beans are different, right? They're a different type than like the red beans that we're used to, the Latinos. Magic juice from magic beans. So this actually is going to be kind of echoed up here. Just down an octave. And now I know what chord this is. We'll also need to add the speed up there, but that's fine. And then clarinet. Oh, I'm done. Because these are half notes. And so now we're going to introduce the lower horns. This won't be right, but this should be right. This should be F natural. This should be our major 7 here. Nice. Here. Actually, I need to get, if I'm doing the JoJo's thing, I should be getting the nice for those of the people that actually do that. Sorry, Luciano, I missed some of your stuff. Yeah, I think so. Definitely not piano bean. Pinto beans. Wait, but pinto beans aren't red beans. They're like the like yellowish kind of beans. Aren't they? Or do Argentinians call them something different? For those of you, you know, Luciano's Argentinian. Argentino. The E is right. The C is right. Actually, yes, tenor is right. It's high, but it's right. And then we want you to do this down an octave. And then the better question is, do I want Nicole to transition to French horn? I guess if I can try to keep her on trumpet, I should, because I'm pretty sure she's in the beginning of Bloody Stream, she's still on trumpet. Yeah, she is. Also, oops, my bad. I have the wrong display here. There we go. That way you guys can actually see what I'm doing. We're still new to the streaming thing, but it's going to get better. Not new to the arranging thing. I'm new to the streaming thing. I'll worry about articulations and stuff like that afterwards. In which case, then I still also want you to mezzo piano, you to mezzo piano. I guess you to mezzo piano, you to mezzo forte, and then here, piano can't crescendo technically, but the rest of us should crescendo. Actually, that begs the question that we should probably do this. Boom. I like that, the way that that fills out. Sorry, I was lost in thought trying to think of maybe I could do something with the left hand of the piano. I could do that. Speaking of guitar, actually, I'll go back and I'll do that afterwards, but it's very possible that we'll have guitar for this medley. So that being said, it actually adds an extra voice that I can work with. I mean, not that I would use in this section anyways. Not in this particular section. But it does add to what I would do for the remainder of the stuff. Oh, speaking of which, I want to do this then. For we're all adults here, for shits and giggles. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Medley Part 1 of 3. Command S. It is official. There it is. Done. And now let's go back to the panorama. I really prefer the panorama view just because everything is like easy to see. Like it's all just there. I don't have to worry about the different things. LOL. Oh no. Oh no at what? At part 1 of 3? Well, the thing is that it's ultimately... It'll be right. It will be 3 separate medleys and 3 separate videos. Um, because JoJo's is basically Star Wars in that sense. It's like they're three um like trilogies, so to speak, ish. At least that's the way it's said to be marketed. Um, work in anything with panorama mode. Yeah, I agree. Panorama mode is great, but essentially, um, the first three is like a complete story because there's like a singular antagonist that kind of is throughout all those the first 3 seasons, or the first 3 arcs, if you will, whatever you want to call it. Then there's a new kind of person that's introduced, and the 6th season is being done now, or the 6th arc, 6th part actually. They do call them parts. The 6th part is being done now with Jolene, and that somehow is supposed to bring about like something crazy that happens for 7, 8, and 9. I believe they're on 8 and finishing up with 9, but no, they don't have subtitle for each. Wait, sub series as the 3 because each part does actually have a title. The first one is Phantom Blood. The second one is holy crap! How did I forget it? The third one is Stardust Crusaders. The fourth one is Diamond is Unbreakable. The fifth one is Golden Wind. What is the second one? Oh my god, it's like one of my favorite seasons, and I'm forgetting it now. Um, Holy crap! What is right before Stardust Crusaders, man? Whatever, you can look it up. Point is that yeah, it does have subtitles for each one, kind of. Um, Anyways, getting back over here. It'll randomly come to me, for the record. All right, cool. So now we go to the fun part. What is all this? Boom, baka, boom, cha, boom, boom, bop. What is all this atonal stuff? Is that right? Oh. Where's the bass note the same? Yeah, so it's the same. It's just D, 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 A. Actually, A flat, right? Yeah. So it's bum, 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 bum. So. Now I'm hearing a harmony there. I think the trumpet is just kind of trilling there. I can. What is this open widget thing? Stream bit rate of. Stream is healthy. Oh, okay. So it randomly decided to be dumb. Cool. Sorry, I was like, YouTube is doing weird stuff, but now it says the stream is healthy. Yeah, okay. So it literally just had an issue for like a minute there. All right, cool. Sorry about that. Sorry if my internet was being a little weird. It should be good now, or relatively good. Cool. I'm glad that it actually tells me what's kind of going on, which is neat. Like I said, we're kind of newish to the thing, so there is a little bit of a learning curve here on the streaming side of things, and just making sure that all of this is there. I think it was fine. Didn't notice it. Yeah, but it's like it literally gave me like an error message and was like, "Check this out." It says you're buffering or something like that, and then it says stream is healthy again a minute later, literally. Right. It's just I think that's exactly what it was. It was just like a little bit of lag, but it doesn't seem like it was that big of a deal, according to you. And again, thank you for joining, Luciano. Hopefully, more people will join in the future. It's also a bit of an awkward hour, but I do want to at some point be able to get this working. So yeah, it seems like it's just diminished there. Now, what are the harmonies here? Or else. It's either fifths or fourths because they sound like pretty open intervals. So that's what I think it is. Yeah, it is open fifths. And actually, what is that tempo? So bam bam so boom bam so bam bam so bam. Chuckle bam bam boom boom bam boom bam bam boom boom bam boom. 2, 3. Mm, mm. So bam bam so bam bam so bam bam boom bam. So bam bam boom bam bam so bam bam boom bam bam. I also actually need to check if it is even in 4. It might not be. But at the very minimum, I know that there's a tempo change here. We're going to go quarter note equals 134 for now. And let me also do this. Bam. Okay, so let me actually listen and see if it's in 4. It might just be an awkward rhythm, but in 4. Yeah, so it definitely is. I think it's actually probably in 2, but I think I'll write it in 4 just for ease. I guess I'll do the right thing. I'll make it a 2. So we're going to come over here, notation, time signature, 2/4. We'll eventually go back to 4/4, but I don't care about it right now. So 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Is it in 3? No, it can't be in 3. It is in 3. One, two, one, two, one, two. Ba-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So it exactly is. It's actually in 3. It's but it does go into 2/4 there. So that means, because I was actually wondering, I was like, man, that rhythm seems like it makes more sense in 3. So we have 2 bars of 3/4. Oh no, spinning wheel of doom. There we go. No, what are you still doing here? I want 3/4 here. Give me the 3/4. There we go. 2 bars of 3/4. Yeah, that's fine. No, spinning wheel of doom, go away. Oh, because it... Shit. That's why I was asking. It messed up all this stuff. Let me make sure I go back enough. Let's go back into... Thank you, undo. I actually might not be able to undo further than this. Which I guess is not the worst case scenario, because I should just be able to write this in 4. I might just have to, like, off screen, like, fix some rhythms and shit. 4. And then, yes, I want to rewrite it in 4. Actually, I think most of it is fine. This is a 3/4 bar, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, some weird stuff are a little off. Some of this stuff is a little off too. I'm on Sibelius Ultimate, but yeah, apparently I can't undo more. Okay, I'll fix that off screen. Most of it is fine. It's just like rhythmically it looks a little weird, and some of the spacing is off, but I can fix that off screen. I don't have to do that now. And then I wrote it in the 4/4, so that shouldn't keep messing with it. So coming back over here, we need this gone again. And then I do need the 3/4 here, please. I was confused. I was like, why does it matter, Sibelius? And I was like, oh, it does matter. So, so yeah, it's exactly that. And 2/4 over here. Right, 3/4, and then another 2/4 here. I don't think it goes back to 3, but we'll worry about that afterwards. So you... this D. Boom, No, that looks weird. Boom. I'll do it this way. Boom. Boom. And then just kind of like staccato. Forte. Same thing in the low. Oh, this is where we need to go back to bass clef. Bye-bye, treble. Yeah, I wish I could have undone it a little more, but whatever. It is what it is. Shouldn't be the worst thing. Hey, we're in store for another wonderful video in the next month-ish. Yeah, actually, hopefully less than that. We already are on the works. Now, I do want to clarify, Jojo's is not the one that's actually coming out, because this is actually going to take a while to get through. So with a lot of the stuff that we do here when we're writing the music actually takes a while to get through. I want to say, depending on the song, it'll take us like a few weeks to even a month, depending on how like extensive it is. But JoJo's is definitely, once this is written, the process then is record and then make the video. So JoJo's will unfortunately take a bit, but definitely, obviously, look forward to it. Since you're here, I guess I'll go back a little bit, and if you haven't been hearing it, check it out. Render useless. Thank you so much for the kind words, man. Really means a lot. So this is actually the start of Jonathan's theme, which I forgot to do this. Where is it? It's here. There we go. So this is Jonathan's theme. There. So yeah, because originally, I don't know if you caught our first live stream. We were essentially gonna do all of the openings. We kind of still are, but we're actually condensing or shortening kind of what we're doing. We're gonna do the first 3 arcs, so part 1, 2, and 3, mostly because that's kind of a complete story-ish with Dio and all that, and kind of. We didn't want to put too much music and like try not to have enough time to really express like a lot of the great music that there is in JoJo's. So we decided to kind of just focus on those 3, and then eventually, as when part 6 comes out with Jolene, we'll do 4, 5, 6, and then eventually 7, 8, 9. We could do that as a solid unit also. So definitely we have our work cut out for us. No, that's not the part that I need. I need those. So, yeah. Yep, that's what it is. So, I need you. Actually, I'll leave you for last, Luciano, because you actually come in later. So. And this should be forte, so it's loud. Passion shouldn't fade over the time, so I can't possibly be worried. Yeah, I mean, if it isn't evident, a lot of work goes on behind the scenes, and it's kind of cool that's why we actually started kind of doing this whole thing, is to kind of showcase some of the stuff that goes there. It also allows us to talk to you guys, because, you know, in the sense that since we're just putting out music and stuff, we're usually behind our instruments, so we don't get to talk to the fans and to the other people as often. So it's kind of also to facilitate the ability to be able to just like converse. And then I just need to get this and bring it down an octave to fill it out in the tenor. And then we just need these to be short. Render useless out of curiosity. Do you play anything? Because we tend to obviously naturally attract other musicians. So I'm curious if you fall into that category. And actually, I can make the left hand of the piano do it. That's actually not a bad idea. So let's actually do the opposite here. Let's make this a bass clef. So we can add an extra voice here and make this super, super thick. Sharing a last name with a certain feathered mount in a certain RPG game certainly helped. Recommend or on my annual playthrough. I tinker around with a lot of instruments: ocarina, guitar, bass, harmonica, piano, but I wouldn't say I'm quite good. Those are a lot of instruments, dude. I also hope I'm not referring to dude. I just see, you know, the little like generic not gender person. So I hope there's no offense in my generic term. I'm dude and dudette, either or. But that's neat. So are you specifically saying Final Fantasy IV? I do want to re-record that one actually. I personally have been dying to record more stuff that it kind of includes the recorder. Some of the stuff that we actually have, also the Octopath Traveler main theme has some recorder, but I've been dying to use this little guy again. And it just works so well for like Celis's theme. So that's kind of the... So at some point I do want to re-record that one too. Because that's on our, we did that for our first album, but that was like so long ago that like we've learned a lot since like on the production side of things on like how to make things just sound better and work a little better. No, I'm wrong here. This needs to go over here. Oops. There we go. Let me go ahead and add the staccatos here. Be clear that that's supposed to be hammered. Nice. Getting there. First taste into your stuff. Oh, so you've been around for a while then. So many times. If it was vinyl. That's awesome, dude. I'm so glad to hear that. It really does mean a lot. I don't know if I can express that enough through virtually, but it really does mean a lot. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, First Contact, we have a love-hate relationship with First Contact. At least it's like all of us, and for the record, Luciano, if you haven't realized already, Luciano's in our flautist is in the comment section there. We were actually talking about it earlier today, that if we had a chance, we would go back and re-record it and like remaster it, just because we learned so much, you know. It's not bad by any means, but it's just like all the stuff that's coming out newer, it just sounds cleaner. So we want to like almost remaster it at a certain point, but that'll be down the line because clearly we're working on new stuff as well. What is that note there? Is it an A or an A flat? A flat. I'll worry about the percussion afterwards. There we go. Low. Yes. Actually, I could do it down an octave. Oop, not that. I won't use that the E flat. It should be fine. Sounds like there's a trill going on the trumpet there. And then where's my trill? It's over here. I'm pretty sure. I always forget where the trill is. Oh no, it's under lines. There it is. I could actually do the same thing in the tenor. Although instead I'll do it on the clarinet. Because that way I can actually leave the tenor available for that low note, that flop. Nice. That is the bottom of the saxophone range. Perfect. And then most of this basically repeats, except we add in Luciano on the top. And I can probably, well, first off, I don't want so many fortes. There's too many. Too many Fs. There. I could have Nicole do this up an octave also. Final Fantasy IV version. Like playing that. Dude, I don't know. Call me old school. I can't play on iOS, man. I can't play on Android. I like just having a controller in my hands is like the only way to play. I can't do that. More power to you guys. I'm not saying it's like you're not a purist or whatever. I'm like it's not like that at all. But I definitely I can't do it myself. And then I'll double this part up an octave for Jackie here. Wait. Was she already doing that? Oh, right, because I did do it. Okay, so that's what I want. No, I will leave Nicole there. Let's see. Is this fine? No, I want Jackie to be up there. Do that. That's what I want. And then I'll do this part down an octave myself. All right, let's hear Jonathan. How are you coming along? Dude, yeah, no, the sprites that were being done back in the day are just incredible the way they like still hold up. It's like cuz then you see games like Undertale and stuff that purposely kind of take away from that graphical style and just kind of like do it modern, you know. So it's just like the sprites that were being done back then are just astronomically like good. Same thing with like I don't know if you've played Earthbound, but Earthbound just has some amazing like colors and visuals and stuff. The gameplay might not hold up the way that it does today. With you know, especially now that JRPGs are constantly like changing their format, but it's so good. It just looks so good, and it's like the storytelling was top notch at the time too. And then I guess, well, no, I won't do that for now. I'll have to worry about this later. But basically, Bloody Stream is in and stuff. I wanted to kind of show off a little bit, but Bloody Stream and all that stuff is in there. There's gonna be I did more previously. I just again we decided with the idea of like adding more themes to this stuff, so now I'm like kind of squeezing more stuff in between. Let's see how this transitions. Suck it, suck it, suck it, ba-da. And for the record, Final Fantasy IV actually I do still think is my, at least of the old school RPGs, I do think Final Fantasy IV is my favorite. Yeah, I actually recently watched the series. I hadn't given it a not that I didn't give it a chance. I just hadn't gotten around to it. It wasn't until we started actually being at the conventions that people were going crazy over JoJo's, and I was like, man, what is this JoJo's thing? um, but that also goes into just like a little bit of myself, where I'm more of a gamer than I was into anime. Until I essentially met my wife. She was much more into anime, less into games, and then we both kind of like fed off of each other. And so up till then, I had just watched like what was on Toonami and stuff, but I hadn't really gone outside of like that realm of stuff, Toonami and like Adult Swim and stuff. Um, but then she kind of got me more introduced into like more niche anime and stuff, and we watched like Steins Gate and like some more like nowadays they're more like cult classics, I guess. But like you know, definitely she helped me get into more of the anime side of things, and now it's like I don't feel like there's really a distinction between one or the other. Like they're both near and dear. I need those chords. Where are they? To play along, but I love the challenge. um okay, let's see what we got. Nice dissonance there. But what's the first one actually? So A is in the bass. Still A in the bass. So bum bum. And that repeats. So same thing down here. And now for sure I'm gonna write in. No, down an octave. Thick. Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, I feel like it's similar to like this may be controversial, but I feel like it's kind of similar to Hero Academia. Hero Academia is really good. Don't get me wrong, but I do think it's overhyped. Not that it doesn't deserve the hype. It's just like people play it up too much. So it's like when you do end up getting around to watching it, I feel like you're almost like let down. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I feel like I fall under with Hero Academia in particular. And I feel like maybe people do that to JoJo's where they're like it's amazing, and then like you end up watching it, you're like, hey, it's okay, but it's only because people made it such a big deal that when you do watch it, maybe if you are a little underwhelmed, it like doesn't resonate the right way. Now, I'm not saying that happened to me, but I can see how that would happen to other people. Because if anything, I saw it and I thought it was like poetry. I was like, holy crap, this is like Shakespeare. The first episode is poetry. You in 10 minutes you see antagonists, protagonists, why they're like, clear foils of each other. Both of their motives, what's going on, like everything is already lined out in like the first 10 minutes of the episode, and it's just like amazing. It's so good. Right? Yeah, so boom ba sam boom ba. How do I want to write that out? So maybe I'll take the E. And then I need Nicole to move up to the A. So except she comes in afterwards, so I need this to be a rest here. There's that. Boom. Tie that over. And then bring this up. Bam. Boom, bam, bam. And I can actually have Jackie do the same. And I'll have Nicole be the one that changes to the C natural. Let me just grab this. Put it here. And then I'll have Luciano do the trill. What is that? B flat to C? You can trill that. Yeah, but I think it needs to be where is it? The natural trill, where is it? Is it a separate one? No, right? So B flat to B natural. Is there a way that I can... Oh, I can do it this way, I guess. To specifically write it out. And then kind of put in the... Where are you? Those like trill bars. Is this what I'm looking for? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I could have sworn it was in here. Fist of the North Star. Yo. Okay. Jackie's little brother, because, it's like, now we're adults. Let's be real. We're adults. Most of us are in 8-bit wave. I want to say we're all roughly around 25, 26. Some of us a little bit older, some of us on the younger side. Jose, I think, is the youngest, and he's 24. Um, I myself am 26. So most of us are getting there. How is the gang, Joe? Well, I'll get to you, Luciano, in a second. But Fist, he's been like harping about Fist of the North Star. I haven't seen it personally, but he went back and rewatched a bunch of classics because he's a kid and he just has time. And I missed that, but he has the time. So he's seen it and he's like, dude, you have to just stop everything you're doing and watch Fist of the North Star. It's really freaking good. So I actually do need to do that now. There's been more people have been requesting that. All series get overhyped, never grab the same way as if you found out about them yourself. Frogbox, welcome. The gang should be good. The gang is good. I'm not sure exactly which gang you're talking about. If you're talking about the members, as far as I know, everyone is good. The only one I'm honestly concerned with, and I'll kind of break the facade a little bit for a second because I want to make sure that I'm real with everyone. I like to think I'm an honest person. I'm concerned for Jackie, because they recently they said they're opening her school. She works at an elementary school in Doral, a city nearby here in Miami. Um, and they're recently opening up her school, and they already found COVID. It's a charter school, so that's kind of like similar to Miami-Dade County, but it doesn't. It actually opens on its own. So Jackie is there, and she's kind of like afraid because they did find one of the students that had COVID, and like that whole class had to be quarantined. Um, so I'm kind of afraid of that. But she's wearing a mask. She has a face shield. You know, she's doing everything she can. She has alcohol to like sanitize and everything. But I am genuinely kind of scared. Outside of that, I'm pretty sure everyone has been really good. I hope everyone else has been safe. You know, out on your end, and on same thing with Render Useless and all. You know, anybody else that's watching. I hope everyone has been safe and is continuing to be safe. You know, the threat is real. Um, it is diminishing, but it's still here. And unfortunately, depending on like how things are going, it could be harder to keep doing things. But hopefully, as things calm down, we want to be doing way more stuff. So you'll definitely be seeing more members. In fact, one of the things that I want to do is as COVID starts chilling the fuck out, let's be real. I want to actually have a co-host. I want to have like, you know, Luciano's in the comments, but I want to have him like here. So that way we can like, you know, it's a friendlier environment and even more welcoming. And again, just like open to everyone to chill, have fun and kind of vent and talk as I work. So it's like we're killing two birds with one stone. Um, but yeah, so Jackie's the only one that I'm genuinely worried about. Nicole is going to follow suit in the West Palm side of things, but currently I'm pretty sure she's still at home teaching virtually. But everyone else has relatively been home and been safe. I haven't heard anybody that's been positive or whatever. Um, sounds like a good evolution. Yeah, you know, it's it's definitely been weird because COVID has almost allowed us to be more present digitally, uh, and it's a good thing ultimately. I think for the group, I just you know I don't like the cost that it came at. I guess it was kind of a reality check where we're like, you know what, we really need to kind of create this online presence so that we can because we do want to live stream concerts and do stuff like that. At a certain point, it's just once COVID kind of calms down. You know, they're still saying that singing is not advisable, um, which obviously goes the same thing for instruments. You know, we have to breathe and blow into our horns, so that can be kind of difficult. You know, as far as the recording is concerned, you know, when we have the mask on and stuff, it's not a big deal. But when you know we're literally playing next to each other, um, it becomes difficult to obviously have a mask and play at the same time. So that's kind of where that concern comes from. But again, like I said, luckily so far everyone is safe, and I'm glad to be able to say that. Okay, right. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for this trill stuff that'll make it nice and dissonant. I don't know where it's at though. I haven't had to use this symbol too much. Because I usually just write trills and then expect that. I mean, I can also just notate it. You know what, Luciano? Here you go. I know it's you, so I'll write it for you. This is like not common practice, but because I know it's Luciano and I know he'll play it right. Which is kind of the cool thing about being able to write for 8-Bit Wave. It's like I know who the people are, so I know what they're capable of and stuff. Half step. Yes, COVID. Strange is a good word. Let me actually worry about the drums for like 2 seconds. Just write it in there. Right, exactly. It's easier for that. So what are the drums doing here? Actually, surprisingly, nothing. Okay, so we got the cymbal roll and then we're in. Yep. Three, four. Yeah, so it's just right here. Oops. We got our cymbal over here. Tie that over. Give me another one. Write it in B natural? Sure. Or, I'll fix that later. I should get around to changing my username. Had this since 2009 from a bug I got in a bootleg Blender. Oh, really? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I know. I hope that there's true. The vaccine is being tested, and I'm glad for that. I do hope that the president is correct about what about the timeline he's saying, because it's still like up in the air whether it'll be October, November, whatever. But what I did also hear is that even when the vaccine comes out, like first responders, like doctors and stuff like that, will get it first before it gets administered to people. I don't know how accurate that is. Obviously, I'm not. I'm just kind of like saying what I've heard, but that's what kind of concerns me more, is that when will the general populace be able to do that? Because until the general populace gets it, I don't think we'll have normalcy, and I want normalcy. I want the same thing everyone else wants, man. Add that nice crescendo. And actually, I should write the same thing over here for everyone else, because we're going to crescendo this. Boom. Perfect. It's kind of a cool username for the record, Render Useless. But, I mean, it's up to you. I've used the same thing that I've had for years on my like personal account. Actually, I don't think I have a personal YouTube account. I just kind of use the 8-Bit Wave account for the most part. But for pretty much all of my like gamer tag and all the BS that I have, it's always JPeace694. I don't know if you speak Spanish or not, but Paz, P-A-Z is actually what my last name is, and it just translates to peace. So I was in middle school, 6th grade maybe, when I made an email, and I made it at JP694. And so I've just always used that. So for whatever reason you've seen JP694 on the internet or on some random game, that was me. Because I've used the same like thing back when I played Maple Story in 2000 something. All like MMOs and all that stuff, I always kind of did the same thing. So we got that cymbal roll, which should kind of bring us into the next theme. So I need, who's going to have that melody? That's what I need to know. So that's when I'm transitioning to 317. Yeah. I think it does do that, but it's... Ah. Yeah, that's what it is. So, what register is that on the trumpet? That might be actually really pretty on the trumpet, or it also could be... I think it's maybe a little high for the tenor. Not that I can't do it, but... also, we're back in 4 here, so let me do that first. Time signature, 4/4. Bam. We're Chocobo. Welcome, Chocobo. Oh, you just changed it. Okay, got it. Okay. Flute/horn duet. That actually is, maybe is not a bad idea, Luciano. All right, so let's give this a shot. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're good. We're good. So bo do ba ba bo 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 bum. Oh wait, no, but I can't do horn. What are you talking about, Luciano? Look at this. Do you see this? Hold on. Hold on. Maybe that's why you can't see it. Bam. Look at this. She's on trumpet. I can't have her switch that fast to horn. Three. So bum 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 bum. Oh, that's actually a pretty comfortable range. So bum 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 bum. So do da 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 do do da. Yeah, flute/trumpet. Yeah, I think I will leave it on trumpet for now. Because actually I don't know. I didn't hear what everyone else is doing. So maybe there's some violin stuff in there that I can give to you. That's such a cool theme, dude. Okay, sorry. It's so heroic, but so like beefy. Little doodle for the profile picture. That'll be a nice change. Wait, you do art? That's cool. So you play guitar, you play harmonica, you play I forgot how many other instruments, and you also draw. That's way more than I can do. Yeah, I think I'll save you maybe for the second time. That second melody, I could use the flute to kind of change it. So you're that makes more sense there. I do a lot of things, but none of them are proficient. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. That's definitely that's honestly useful for the most part. I think people make sometimes take the whole like jack of all trades, master of none thing way too far, because it's like being a jack of all trades is a skill on its own. So kudos to you, Chocobo. We got these chords here, so do boom, boom, and they're just like nice whole notes. Oh, am I still in trouble? I think I am in trouble here. Oh no, I'm in bass. Okay, that's why. I need to go back to treble. It actually, no, it makes more sense to write it here. No, that's not right. Oh, it goes to G minor. Let me confirm this. F major, I think. Is that right? Yeah. Man, that low stuff is like, but it is definitely that. So it's. I think it might be C. Yeah, so it is doing that. It might switch to major there. Or no, I said it was G major. Damn it! Okay, that's fine. So 2, 3, so that's 2, 3, 4, 1. Dotted half note, and that's an F major chord. Is Final Fantasy your favorite franchise, Chocobo? If you're still there? That's right. So let's follow suit down here. have. I wish you were on Alto, Luciano, but the same thing. I can't do that right now. I could no, it's just that this is going to be a bad register for anyone right now. I won't say it's my favorites, but it's definitely a comfort food in terms of games I've played. Okay. Haven't played anything past 10-2. You've played more of than I have, I guess. I've gone to some of the newer ones. 12, I have weird feelings about. 13, I have weird feelings about. Everything afterwards is kind of just like weird. But I think 10 was really good. 9 was neat. 7, I want to replay because, and not just because of the remake. I just like, I want to know if I like it as much as I would back then. Because it was actually technically the first mainline Final Fantasy that I played. And so it's, I wonder if not going in there with like knowing the mystery, knowing the stuff, if it wouldn't be as good. 8 is a guilty pleasure of mine. I have a ton of friends that keep telling me I got to play 8. I haven't played it though. Including Luciano. Luciano will probably agree with you that I need to play 8. Is that not the note that the trumpet is on? No, it's not. Good. No, but that's such a note that the trumpet's on. What is this counterpoint that I want? That's what I'm looking for. That is also the note that the trumpet's on there. But it works though. Right. Thank you for wording it more eloquently, Luciano. That is exactly right. I want to take off the nostalgia goggles and see if it still like holds up to what I think it does. I will say I want to as I we keep on live streaming more often. I want to I want to get faster at doing this. Not because I don't do it fast. It's just now that I'm also trying to like be on camera. I'm like, what should I say? And then I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Oh, right, that's what I was doing. It's like there's so much more that I'm keeping up with, but I'm sure that's just like as I get more comfortable with it, it'll be fine. Because I feel like I typically would go by it faster. 13 is good, but it doesn't feel quite as Final Fantasy. Yes, I agree. I haven't gotten around to Final Fantasy 15 yet. Yeah, I didn't even try 15. Not because of anything, just I didn't have a PS4 at the time. I recently actually got a PS4, and now they're announcing the 5, which I don't think my wallet can handle it right now. I literally did forget what I was trying to do. Okay, I gotta hear it again. Okay, well, first off, I know this. I need to put this in the bass. And then, yeah, I want the bass to just kind of chill a little bit. Let me just go with the melody first. Even with the last name of Chocobo, my favorite game / series is Okami. Really? Good choice. Okami is great as well. Yeah, Final Fantasy 12 and beyond, the game mechanics changed drastically, but the stories are good. Yeah, that's exactly why I say that I have like a love-hate relationship with it. It's like um I didn't like the mechanics of 12. I didn't care for the gambit system. I know a lot of people love the gambit system. I personally I turned off the gambits on my leader, I guess, and I had very minimal gambits on the other characters, but I felt like I at least wanted to control my main character, so that way I felt like I was doing something because it was too easy for it to just autopilot. Um, which actually was part of the reason that like I didn't really like some of the stuff in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And I almost prefer Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because I feel like you need to I haven't finished the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 though. But my point is I'm not a fan of the auto attacking and that sort of thing that kind of was the direction there. Then 13 had a cool concept, but I think it fell flat a little bit as well. And then I haven't played 14 or 15. But 16 looks interesting. I'll say that much. It looks like it's like a modified combat system of 15. But as far as like the gargantuan like summons and stuff, it seems really really neat. And seems very lore based, which it almost sounds like it's harkening back to like the original stuff because it's talking about the crystals, and it's like ever since the crystals and the like all this stuff, it's like the crystals, this and the crystals that. So I'm like, oh, we're talking about like the crystals. That's kind of cool. So I'm very interested. We'll find out in 2025. That's not inaccurate. The shamisen. Yeah, no, I don't think they would have that in stock. I've heard that's actually very hard to play. Cause like the strings are very rough. So it's like supposedly really, really hard in that sense. Cause it's like, and that's why they have like such a big pick or something. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played one. Um, is a remake of Final Fantasy One. That I don't know if it would be a remake is what I'm thinking of. I feel like it's like almost the antithesis of like, hey, you messed up in Final Fantasy 1 and now they have to fix it or some crap like that. Like that's what it sounds like to me. It's just like they messed up and they have to go back and fix whatever's going on. Does the melody? Oh, right. That's when I said I was going to give it to the flute. So what I'm gonna do, and then comes the fun part. Once this is kind of done, I'll get to start listening and be like, is there anything I want to add and spice up, do neat things like that. That's always the most fun part about the whole arranging thing. First off, it's neat to kind of hear what is done because again, there's so many different takes on a bunch of different things, and like it could be this progression, it could be that progression. This chord would make like this whole thing make more sense or less sense or whatever. There's like so much variability that it's kind of cool just to figure out what how they get the sounds and the emotions across that they want to, the composers. But then the cool thing is like hearing like, oh, this would actually really complement that, or this, or like it's not in there, but I think it should be, or like whatever. Imagine the look of 4, but with the graphical fidelity and strength we have in the newer games. Yeah, I actually was talking that with another friend of mine. There's like that weird rumor going around about, I don't know if you ever played a Super Mario RPG, but it was another like Square thing back on the SNES. And so people were talking about like maybe a sequel to that. I don't know if that's true or not, or whatever. I don't think there's obviously been any confirmation. There's always rumors, and then like things don't actually pan out. But I would love to see a sequel, but I would love for it to be like still in that weird like 2.5D where it's like it's a 3D character, but you're still moving in like 8 directions or whatever. I would love to see that done in a modern like style. To kind of keep like a similar-ish vibe to the first one. Because I don't think it would work well as like a 3D environment, like with camera controls or whatever. Like, you know, you can like look up and look down. I just don't feel like that makes sense. So it could be, but I want there to be more modern retro, if that's a category, if that's a genre. There should be like vintage modern. That's probably more what it should be. Yeah, Nintendo and Square, when they were together, it was like they were the powerhouse, man. Right? God damn it, I forgot it again. That's what it is. Easy. Not that easy. Da, 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 da. Sorry, Luciano, the low D. I'll have maybe Nicole double that, and you'll just do it up an octave. I might give her a harmony though. Yeah, my sister has been like dying for us to do Super Mario RPG. I want to do it too, but I feel like there's also other things that people have requested that take precedence before my personal bias. I need to figure out the chords. I could actually, instead of doing that, I do want this up an octave maybe. And then I'll figure out how I want to do like melodies and stuff like that, just in case. You're not wrong, Chocobo. That sounds awesome. According to sake, the low D is okay since the mic will pick it up. Yeah. In terms of sequels with how well Origami did. Did you play Origami, Chocobo? Because I personally I did play through it recently. I just finished it recently. and I thought it was fantastic. I do think the battle system took a little getting used to. Oh no, Goku has powered down. I was about to get a swig. That means my coffee's cold. No. Sorry. Origami King, I actually had a lot of fun with this. Writing was great. The score, the musical score was fantastic. I think it had a lot of charm, a lot of personality. I want to say the story is 10 out of 10. I think it's one of the best that we've had in the Paper Mario franchise. Although I will note, I never played Super Paper Mario, which a lot of people do say is like story wise is like the best one. But I like it better than Color Splash. I like even the story I like better than Thousand Year Door. But I'm partial to like the turn-based RPG. I'm partial to the gameplay of Thousand Year Door. So I think overall I prefer Thousand Year Door, but Origami King I think is severely underrated. You don't own a Switch? Damn it. Okay. That's fair though. I mean, life happens, and also depends on like your lifestyle and stuff. Do you even have the time to play? Because I know I know there's a few people that like I've talked to that they're like, yeah, I've thought about getting one, but it's like I don't have enough time to play it, so they just kind of pass on it. Is that what they're doing? Yeah. Okay, got it. So it's that's what it is. So this is no. And then this is essentially the same, more or less. Might have a slight difference, but it's pretty much the same thing. So then let's do the same thing with the bass. Actually, I want to figure out what that weird walking thing is. Really? Dude, I recently have seen speedruns for for Paper Mario 64. That is nuts. It's nuts. Do you do all the frame jumps or like loading zone storage and all that stuff? Because that sounds crazy. Like when I see like I've seen TASs, I guess is what I should say. I haven't seen as many like actual human speedruns, but I've seen TASs of it where they do the loading zone storage and they like hop around the whole map to like skip crazy sections of the game and all this stuff. And there's like retrigger prologue and all these weird, crazy like glitches and stuff that I'm like, dude, that's nuts. It's crazy. People will come around to Origami King. I hope so. You're right about Wind Waker, Luciano. That is absolutely true. It's a funds issue. Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. Oh, well, congrats on the PC, actually. And happy late birthday. I actually need to do the same thing. This PC, actually, it's a Mac. This Mac is a 2012 Mac, and it's been like holding up, trying to do all this stuff because, especially on the recording end of things, with all the audio recording, we use Pro Tools, and Pro Tools is a very labor intensive program. Let alone we handle now HD audio, which is part of the reason why I was saying with First Contact, we weren't recording in HD. We just didn't have the hardware to be able to record in HD, but now we do. So because of that, it definitely takes a toll on the PC. For now, let me just do this thing. think it gets too low if I put it down there. That's why I brought it back up. This should be half notes also to reflect the harmonic rhythm. Big words. No. No, I'll leave it how it was. I was trying to get fancy. I might still get fancy later, but I don't think it might detract away from like the like atmosphere that we're trying to create with this. Which means I can continue doing this stuff here with these guys. Bum, 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 bum. So let's see, where does that make sense? I'll give that to the clarinet. Something like that. See how that sounds. Last thing I would like to ask before I leave this on a podcastry thing to clean. What studio quality headphones, monitors, if possible, would you recommend? So I use Sennheisers. These in particular, the HD 380 Pro. They're pretty solid. Mine are old. It depends on what you're looking for, I guess. In my case, these are pretty flat. So they're good for like mixing and stuff like that, where I can kind of hear the whole frequency spectrum. If you want something else, then there's also different alternatives. Shure is a great brand. You can't go wrong with Shure. But I personally kind of prefer Sennheiser a little bit. They're a little cheaper, but you get like bang for your buck. Same thing with microphones. Like I love the Sennheiser microphones. What else? There's Audix makes pretty good headphones as well. But I think I would stay kind of in that realm of like Shure, Audix. I would stay away from Bose and any of those because the Bose especially, they like to beef up the bass. Now, if that's what you're listening for and that's what you're looking for, that's cool. But if you're looking for something that's going to be even, so you know what you're putting out, I would say Sennheiser does a very good job of that. Right. Yeah, I feel like especially now, even in the gaming community, you see a lot more people like kind of having and sporting the Sennheiser logo over here on the sides. So I think my first choice would be look at some Sennheisers, especially also if you're actually looking to have an actual like little microphone here, because in my case I'm using an actual like studio sort of microphone. Actually, we use this one more for live, but I have a Beta 57 that I hook up to my interface, so that it brings about different problems, I guess. because I have to make sure that everything is synced, and sometimes it will get out of sync, and there's not much I can do about that. As far as the camera and this, because they're separate. But in your case, if that's what you're looking for, just the ease of having the microphone here, Sennheiser also makes some good headsets that actually have a microphone that's like detachable, so you could use it with or without the microphone and stuff like that. So I definitely think Sennheiser would be my first choice, probably followed by Shure. Yeah, Bear Dynamic has been doing good stuff too. Um, and I would just look at, personally, my thing is just look at the frequency response. They usually have a chart. If you look in like the full specs, it'll have like a chart. And it'll show you, I don't know if you're familiar with the frequency spectrum, but I'm going to assume that you aren't, just to be able to kind of have everyone on an even playing field. And it'll show you the whole frequency spectrum. Feel free to stop me though, if you know what I'm talking about. Because I don't want to go into a whole lecture, but it'll show you the whole. In fact, what am I doing? I'm live streaming here. 1 second. I'm gonna go to full display here so you can see my screen. Let's go to YouTube over here. And so what did I say model it was? 380 Pro. I've had these for so long. They're like falling apart, but they still work. Yeah, see, exactly. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. No, why shopping? I don't want shopping. I already have one, although I should buy probably another pair. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. The frequency response chart will show how it projects the stuff. So there is a little bit of a bump here. That means that it raises those frequencies, but the human ear naturally kind of loses some of these frequencies here. So that's kind of why they have that. And you have a little bit of a bass boost. It's not that much. It's 6 dB. Just to kind of make sure that you don't lose the bass in the headphones, because especially the smaller the speaker, the easier it is to lose bass. So I would say that these are pretty solid. And same thing, you're losing some of that 20K super high, like there's only like cymbals and stuff up there. So you don't need a lot of this anyways in the headphones. So these are pretty flat. And even then, I don't even know if this is the actual same one, but yeah. See, same thing here. You have the HD 830 Pro. Again, similar kind of like graph here. But I would look at kind of these frequency spectrum charts and look for stuff that's pretty flat for the most part. You're never going to find something that's completely flat, because it just doesn't make sense for the human ear. But having this knowledge really does kind of like show you what is up your alley or not up your alley. And if you can, go to Guitar Center. They usually have a bunch of like display models that you could try out. So that's another thing I would recommend. But, that's the blanket answer is Sennies are very popular, and Shure just makes solid products as well. Those would be my first two that I would go for. So, and if you headed out already, again, Chocobo, thank you so much for joining. We do plan on doing this way more frequently. Eventually, I think it'll be at least once or twice a week. So feel free to drop on by. Thank you for stopping and chatting with us. Same thing, Frogbox. I don't know if you're still there or not, but just everyone that's kind of joined in. It's been awesome. I'll keep on going for a little bit longer, but I do need to leave around 3:30, absolute latest. Right. Exactly, Luciano. It does depend on personal preference and stuff that you're used to hearing, because sometimes you'll listen to it and you'll be like, oh, this sounds weird. It's like not what I'm used to, and it's because it's lacking bass or whatever it is. But it's also function. It's like they design them for different things. The flatter response is more for mixing and being able to really know what you're listening to have a clear reference without like the other stuff coloring the sound. Because then it's essentially it's to use it as a control. Like you know exactly what you're hearing, so you won't second guess yourself. Oh, nice, Frogbox. I'm glad you're still here then. Thank you for the warm hospitality and enjoyable content. No, like I said, thank you. I can't offer this enough, let alone the fact that I'll be real. It really does help the algorithm, and it helps the channel grow and stuff. And ideally, we want to be able to reach a wider audience. And like I said, it's just a fun way to kind of be able to chat and get work done and stuff that I think people would enjoy kind of doing, hearing and seeing the process also. So I think at a certain point, there will be more people jumping in, and that'll help make this whole thing better. Does it really go back? Oh, that's cool. That's neat. It doesn't do the same progression. So it's B flat, C, D. Okay, I'll have to tackle that in a second. Let me not forget what I already had. So then this is actually here. Right, let's confirm. Right, the octaves are a little off, but I'll fix that. I'm actually feeling, I don't know if anybody else is agreeing, I think it's a little fast, actually. I want it to, like, linger a little bit more. Oh, I know why. Because of this. Hold on. Let me not touch that. Actually, I'll listen to this again in a second. But what I can just do is right here, change the tempo here so that it can be a little bit slower. So we have more time on that, like, grand section. Just sounds regal. Let's try 124. This may be a little slow. Yeah, that feels better. It's funny how such a small little change, what is this, 6 BPM? Beats per minute? 6 beats per minute makes such a big difference here, I think. I guess since you guys are watching, actually, Luciano and I were also talking about like different things, because a lot of the reason why we're actually coming up with all this live stream stuff is we finally have a decent working camera with like awesome autofocus and all this stuff or whatever. So the point is that we were like thinking of just different content that we can bring. Besides, again, eventually we do want to do live stream concerts with the whole band, so that way. Anybody that has seen us in person, I hope, I think both of you have actually, but the people that have seen us in person know that like we play with the video there. So here's a quick kind of look into the future. we had prepared this kind of as like curtains and stuff. So we have like the screen the way it is like above when we play like live and stuff. So that's kind of what we want to have ultimately, is being able to do live stream concerts, so that way we don't have to wait for a convention to kind of be able to play. So kind of take matters into our own hands. So we do want to live stream concerts, but outside of that, there's other things that we want to do because it just takes so long to kind of edit between videos. So we wanted to have shorter content, i.e. the live streams don't take not a lot of effort, because a lot of the effort's going into the work, not into the editing itself. So technically they're easy to produce. But the other thing that we wanted to do actually is maybe some like let's plays and stuff like that, or even maybe like reaction to like, you know, what's an anime that we haven't seen? I know Jackie and I wanted to watch 7 Deadly Sins. We haven't seen it, so maybe it's like something that would be interesting and like neat to watch. We don't want to take away the focus from the music, but we do want to have content that's like more accessible and more easy to produce. So that way, in between the videos, it doesn't feel like it's so long, because it's like typically we upload once a month with the bigger videos. So we don't want to kind of have that lull of like, all right, see you guys next month. See you guys next month. And it's like, you know, just have some more content rolling in. So I wonder what your thoughts are on some of that. Like, would you be excited to watch that stuff? Would you be down? Yeah, this tempo feels good. Something in these quarter notes here sounds wrong. This G. Ooh, that I kind of like that major seventh for a second. That actually I think makes more sense. Let me just hear the horns. Nah, this still doesn't sound right. You've pinned how I feel about it. Whenever I see the alert from you guys, it's first priority. I enjoy your work, and I'm always happy to see what happens next. Music, live stuff, love it. Cool. Again, thank you so much for the kind words. You know, I don't want to say like burnout isn't the right word, but there is sometimes where it's like I feel like there's not enough space for us to get feedback from you guys. So sometimes it feels like I'm like, is this working? Is this good? Are people enjoying it? Should we be doing something else? Are we doing something wrong? But it's a lot of the time it's just the algorithm that's so hard to fucking like go against. Sorry, pardon my French. I've been trying not to curse. Yes, the feedback is absolutely massive because it helps us know exactly what the direction is that we want to go. You like how that transition sounds? Then maybe I should leave it then. This is so cool. I love this walk up, man. That's neat. Okay, I need to stop getting excited. I need to actually do the stuff. I'm supposed to be working. You guys are distracting me. Go away. I'm joking, obviously. Please don't go away. So that's a B flat major. If I go up to the D, that's a C. Yeah, so I'll do that for the clarinet. So we go to C. Sorry. Okay. I'm back, but I actually have to go. Again, thank you for everyone for that's been here. I everything's fine, but there's actually been my grandmother. She does live with me. She actually kind of had a bit of a altercation with the floor. Uh, so I need to go do my duties there, family duties. So, thank you so much for everyone that's been here. I unfortunately have to go. Again, it's been an honor. We'll do this again sometime. All right. Much love. Take care of yourselves with COVID and clearly family, all that stuff. I hope everyone's okay. And this is Joe Paz.